thing is that in America, we have yardsticks, and in Europe, you have meter sticks. So hopefully you can find one made of wood that's light, because it makes a big difference. But I remember teaching in London and people going, what, yardsticks? We can't, I'd brought lots of yardsticks to London. So anyway, you hold it in the middle, and to start with, you make sure you're grounded and you're standing as symmetrically as you can. You let your shoulders relax, you breathe, and you start looking up, and then you bring the yardstick up and you look down, and you just gently brush across the yardstick like this. Now, if I go really close, you can see what happens to my eyes, which is kind of fun. See all those little movements? Are they coming out on the camera, or am I doing it right in the front?
I'm going to pin you so that it's your image is bigger. So go ahead, you can do it again.
Okay, you tell me if it's working, if you can see, because I have my hands in the way too. See those little movements? They're loosening up the muscles in this direction, and then you do it in this direction, this direction, this direction. And the point is that you want to loosen all these muscles that are distorting the shape of the eyeball and causing the astigmatism. And if you could get much more precise if you have a teacher, but if you don't, it does, you get masses out of doing this. And by loosening everything up, those little movements are unconditioned reflexive movements. And so in order for them to happen in a loose, easy way, you have to go back to being like a baby, being relaxed, not efforting, not doing all this adult stuff that we all took on in order to adapt to our lives. So you do it like maybe, 5 times like this, and then you close your eyes and you remember what you would be seeing if your eyes were open. And then still you got that movement, right? And then you do it again, maybe 5 times with your eyes open, and then make sure you're breathing and blinking and standing, and you've got your body, and then do the other ones. And then when you're done, palm, and it'll make a difference. So,
thank you.
Clear?
Thank you so much for showing that exercise. Nathan is also showing another option. Nathan, do you want to put your mic and explain it and show it?
Yeah, it's the same exact thing, except just printed out with paper, black and white lines, calling it the piano shifter or the picket fence shifter. This is just 2 pieces of paper taped together. You can even make this on your own, or you could even use your fingers to stimulate. That's the cool thing about this, is we have some of this stuff built in. You can just maybe even feel a little bit of that shifting happening. Not about controlling it, just like Rosemary said, just relaxing into it, and the eyes have this really rapid movement. And it's not like sketchy, shifty eyes, like you're looking around like you're guilty of something. It's actually like healthy, natural, relaxed, shifting eyes is kind of what we want.
I like to
this is also the slot shifter, can be really, really powerful as well. Cutting out some holes in some cardboard, but that's kind of what your fingers can do as well.
I like to add here, Nathan,
yes,
that to do this sometimes simpler, I would be envisaging a line, just really following a line, just let's say the line, a pedestrian line on the street. So to me, it's very important not just to have the close-up vision, but that we are really using it from the close to the middle to the far, and then from the far to the close. And the far for some of us might be almost like 2-3 miles or kilometers away. In particular, the middle distance, let's say 3-4 meters, is a very, very important part where many people bring up something like uncertainties. For lots of people, because of their brain function, there can be uncertainty. So using the line, the simple line, practicing this allows the whole visual system and particular presence to come into our brain, so that our seeing can actually happen all the way from our seeing brain, all the way in the back of the skull. So practicing this on a regular basis can be very, very helpful, which creates presence and connects us with consciousness.
Absolutely, Peter. And what you are saying now, like using the pedestrian crossing signals as a way to do this exercise in an everyday basis, brings to this idea that we can be practicing natural vision improvement and the Bates method like almost every waking moment that we have, if we are aware of it and if we put consciousness on it.